Terence Crawford says he prefers the Manny Pacquiao fight over Shawn Porter, and we're going to talk about that aspect of the game in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest. Now, Terence Crawford did an interview, link in the description. This is what he said. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Both Pacquiao and Porter are great fights. Yeah, I prefer Manny Pacquiao fight over Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter is a great fight in its own right, and I'm going to be ready for whichever one comes to fruition. And he says, I really can't say. All I can do is prepare myself to the best of my abilities and be ready for whatever is put in front of me. Both of them have their own strong points. Manny Pacquiao is fast and moving. He can punch. Shawn Porter is aggressive, tough, and durable. So you heard from Crawford himself. He says he prefers the Pacquiao fight to Shawn Porter, but both fighters are good fighters. Now, my thoughts are simple. It's cool to have a preference, but I try to be a realist. My thing is this: Shawn Porter is your mandatory. Shawn Porter is a fight that I myself would love to see, and I know the fight fans would want to see. And I'm just curious if Terence Crawford is really considering all the variables here and believing in a potential pipe dream. Listen, I said this multiple times on my channel. I don't see Crawford Pacquiao happening next. I really don't. And it's a good fight, but it's been a good fight for the last 6 years, and Crawford seems to be getting strung along into this notion that he himself could get Pacquiao at some point in time. Before I go any further, make sure you guys check out TUBEBUDDY. TUBEBUDDY is an awesome browser extension and resource for building your YouTube channel with some intricate tools that aren't baked into YouTube. Check out this ad. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TUBEBUDDY. I've used TUBEBUDDY for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TUBEBUDDY is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TUBEBUDDY and level up your channel faster. We working. Now, again, appreciate you guys, the people who have clicked on the link and ordered TUBEBUDDY. I personally use TUBEBUDDY myself on the channel, and you know, it's a great strategy tool to grow your YouTube, take your YouTube to the next level. Now, back to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, for the last 6 years or so, his name has been linked with Pacquiao, and it's never happened. So for me, being a realist, I have to seeing is believing at this point, because they were both in or around the same weight divisions on HBO. The fight never happened. They were both on ESPN. Pacquiao instead fought Jeff Horn, who only had like 15, 16 fights and was unheard of, an Australian fighter that's a school teacher. And somehow, some way, Top Rank had Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao at the time under contract. Somehow, some way, Top Rank decided to give the Australian fighter with an unknown name, with the unknown brand in America, where the fight was to be televised on ESPN, their exclusive deal. Somehow they gave Jeff Horn that opportunity and not Terence Crawford. So with all the recent behaviors and statements from Bob Arum, I just, you know, I guess I'm skeptical. That's just the best way to put it. I'm definitely skeptical. Like, what makes you believe that this fight will happen? That's all I want to know. You've been linked to the name. Before the Kell Brook fight, they said the Pacquiao fight was inching closer and it was just about to happen in Qatar. And then, surprise, it didn't happen. So for me, I can't have any faith in something that has been this broken for 6 years. You know, just imagine a girl and a guy dating, and the guy keeps telling her, oh, I'm gonna treat you better, you know, I'm gonna ask for your hand in marriage, or I'm gonna get a job. And for 6 years, you see this same person, he doesn't propose to you. He stays unemployed and plays video games all day. And he verbally, you know, is abusive or, you know, breaking you down. He says he was gonna correct all these things, but for 6 years, he hasn't corrected. So he would have to ultimately change his behavior for you to probably believe it. That's the same thing with this Terence Crawford Pacquiao fight. At this point, 6 years later, when there's been opportunities to fight, watch Crawford versus Jean. I remember on HBO. After that fight, they were asking him about Pacquiao. Watch Terence Crawford versus Ray Beltran. I was at that fight. They were asking Crawford about a fight with Manny Pacquiao. So the conversation has been dating back since Crawford was at 135, and yet and still no Pacquiao fight. Terence Crawford moved from 35 to 40, dominated his era, you know, like while he was at 40, and became undisputed, and now is several fights deep at 147, and he still hasn't got the Pacquiao fight. It's all a bunch of broken promises. Oh, we're about to fight him in the UAE. We got big offers. Oh, the pandemic happened, you know? So Crawford can keep saying, I prefer to fight Pacquiao, but that's not really quite the laws of attraction. Part of it is saying these affirmations, but just doing an interview and your team not doing anything behind the scenes to necessarily make the fight happen, it's not going to just manifest itself, so to speak. So for me, I feel like the Porter, there's reports that Kenny Porter visited Bob Arum. They're both in Vegas or whatever, and there's reports that he actually went and visited him, talked. Porter has been very vocal. So, you know, I didn't necessarily prefer the statement from Crawford saying, oh, I prefer the Pacquiao fight, because, you know, that's cool. But at the same time, what looks more likely? You know, I prefer to be a billionaire, you know what I mean? But at the same time, is my situation even close to that? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, anyone has these high hopes and high wishes, but at the same time, what are you doing to bridge that gap between what you want and reality? So I think, realistically speaking, the Shawn Porter fight should be easier to pull off. You know, Pacquiao has options from Ryan Garcia to Errol Spence, you guys, Mikey Garcia, etc. And then Bob Arum is recently doing these interviews trying to give Teofimo $1.25 million. It's supposed to be his undisputed star, allegedly, and they're arguing over money. They offered Shawn Porter $1 million. How's Pacquiao going to get the $40 million that he requested? To me, it doesn't really seem likely. But drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll keep you posted with whatever the outcome is. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.